Hello Virgo, welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. Thank you for coming. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy the reading. It's a general reading, so aspects of it may apply to you, but it could also apply to somebody else that you are connected to at this time. So just see how things resonate with you. You may just see this playing out in your world at the moment as well. I have already shuffled and laid out the cards. I use primarily the 12 houses of the zodiac, and then I pull out three areas of interest for this month. And with that, the astrological guidance for each one of those and the goddess guidance associated with it as well. So please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe, as that will elevate the videos for more people to see and to get guidance. If you have an aspect of your chart which you like to cross watch to, perhaps it's your moon placement or your Venus placement or your ascendant, then you can have a look at the other videos and get more insights and information for a more complete picture. Okay, so for you, the first house of interest this month is the 10th house. The 10th house is your house of career, your ambitions in life. If you haven't quite got a career yet, you might be young and you're still working on that. This is about where you're headed, what you want, what you envision for yourself. It's also the house of public status and your reputation. It can also be fame, and it can also be authority figures or authoritative institutions of all kinds, and how you interact with them, how they interact with you in your life. But it really is almost like the world outside home. So with the 10th house, for quite a few people at this time, it's going to be about career, and it's going to be about ambitions and so on. So see how things come out for you now. Not surprisingly, we have Pluto transformation coming in for you. Pluto, very powerful influence at this time. So there's going to be some turmoil and unsettling situations going on. But what this is really all about is the energy it carries with it is the energy of rebirth, regeneration. I feel that is the most appropriate. It has other aspects to it. It has sex. It has death associated with it as well. But in this particular instance, since it's to do with the 10th house, it's more than likely about the birth of something, or the regeneration, or the renewal. So it's almost like the phoenix coming out of the ashes. So endings and beginnings are very strong with this card. There could be issues to do with tax as well, finance, big finance. Things to do with that. Adjustments need to be made. Just be careful as you progress forward now, as everybody is right now, trying to assess how they can move forward. So expect some changes across the board, some things to fall away, to make way for new things. You may have to make adjustments as you go along. You may have to adjust yourselves in a new direction. Just see how it plays out for you. The goddess guidance to do with this is Mother Mary, lovely card to have. Expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. So this is a very welcome card to be having now in our situation in the world. So really, this is about faith. It is about prayer, whoever you pray to. It is about having faith and trust that a resolution will be found to whatever it is that is going on for you at this time, with these two elements going on. So, just be calm and do whatever it is that you need to do, but have faith, because as you do that, as you are calm and at peace and have faith, you don't have to advertise it, but you can have faith in yourself, and you can have faith in your a greater power, a universal power. Have faith in that, and then that simple act spreads out to others, and you brighten somebody else's day. You give them the strength as well, just by being in their presence in that way, calm, peaceful, and faithful. Then you will transmit that to others, and that's very much needed at this time. So expect a miracle. Then the second house of influence is the 7th house. This is the house of partners. So this is your house of, it can be a love partnership. So this is more like a committed partnership, like a marriage or some other deeper commitment between people. It can also be a business partnership, or it can be some other person that you are very closely allied with at this time. So everything to do with relationships falls under the 7th house. The astrological guidance you have at the bottom is Gemini, I think. On a sort of tarot level, this is the card of the lovers of the zodiac. That may be appropriate for you in this situation. But it is very much about communication. So this card is highlighting this very much. And with everybody, if you have a partner and you are isolating with a partner at this time, this could be very, very important for you. So everything to do with communication, written, verbal, however, your body language, however you communicate with these other people is really, really, really important at this time. So be clear about your communications, be open, be honest, have an exchange of ideas, do research, do whatever it is you need to do to come up with ideas and solutions or possibilities, whatever it is you're trying to solve or whatever it is you're trying to work through, whether it's a business partnership or an actual, committed partnership, a love relationship, or some other kind of very close personal one-on-one relationship. So everything around that, communication is key. Manifestation is key with this as well, because what you think and what you say is goes out into the cosmos and comes back to you now. So be very, very careful what you say. Use your words wisely at this time. This is also a card of multitasking. You may be doing that at this time in your relationship with various things. Perhaps you've got a lot on the go. Perhaps you're working from home. You're trying to keep up the home and attend to other responsibilities as well. So that could be coming in for you. But it is really about the exchange of ideas, communication, and just avoid gossip and passing on information or harboring information about others via communication networks as well. That's very strong with this card. The goddess guidance is Hathor, receptivity. So allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. So possibly at this time, if this is a committed partnership, a marriage, or some other relationship that you have, you may be in a situation where you require help or support or some kind of, somebody may want to give you something. And you may have an issue with being in the receptive state. This is a feminine energy, receiving. So make sure that you are, apart from giving, that you are receiving as well, because the two need to be balanced if you're going to have a balanced relationship, or any kind of relationship actually. So it's a universal law. You must receive and balance with giving. So make sure that you are not blocking that. This person may be offering you something, and some help or assistance or support or guidance or whatever it may be, and be receptive to that. It could also be manifesting in a business partnership, as I said, and this could be something to do with that as well. Possibly, if it's a business partnership, it could be that technology is coming up for you as a way to move your relationship forward, your business partnership forward. So relationships could be affected by that. Communication. You could be separated from your person at this time for some reason. So communication is going to be very important, but also from a technological point of view as well. So if it's a business partnership, all forms of communication and any kind of technical electronic mediums are highlighted as well. And that may be coming out for you at maybe an avenue to move your business partnership forward. I think it's really a sort of a given at the stage that a lot of people are going online or will need to go online for whatever it is they need to do. So this is about exchanging of ideas, coming to solutions, but you need to talk about it and come up with a plan. The other area of interest is the 6th house. This is the house of routine, but it is very much about your daily routines, but it is also about your work routines. So this is your workplace, your work colleagues, and your projects that you're working on. So most people are either at home or in a limited workspace. In other words, you are going to work, but it's you're not socializing or anything like that. So it's everything to do with that. It's also the mastery of your craft, whatever it is that you do. If you don't have a workplace, perhaps you work on your own, producing whatever it is, then it's about the mastery of your craft. It is also the house of health and diet and well-being, your lifestyle around those issues. Very, very important. You may be... Obviously, a lot of people are going to be looking at that. They're going to be looking at their work routines. Everything is really under the microscope at this time. It is also the house of pets. So the astrological guidance underneath is Libra Eye Balance. So this card is the card of love, romance, partnership, all of those things. But it is also about a great deal of other things. It is about finding balance and mutual support. And this can be in any kind of partnership. You may be required at this time to partner with somebody or something else, or a group. Some kind of partnership may be appropriate for you at this time to help you with your work. If you're busy with a business or some work that you're trying to promote, everybody's looking for avenues to change the way they do things. So a partnership may be very beneficial for you at this time, because it will give you the mutual support and the skills. So it's an exchange of skills, what you bring in and what they bring into the partnership, and so on. But it's got to be balanced, whatever it is. It is also about finding a work-life balance. So your health, your diet, and in conjunction with your working life, because a lot of people are working at home now. So it's finding balance within that, and doing everything you can to do with your diet and so on. With the Libra card, it can be that you're overindulging in sweet things and going off the deep end in that regard as well. So just be aware of that. Balance is key. Can also be that the legal issues sometimes come up with this card. So you could be involved in that in some way, shape or form as well. And this card is also always about fairness, the scales of justice. Fairness, following the rules, and no personal agendas. This is about coming up with the very best solution, or the very best, most practical way to deal with the situation. But it's also about mediation and negotiation. So that may be coming up for you as well. With the Libra card, you will need to bring a fair amount of appreciation for beauty in life. Perhaps you need to do this now at this time. The beauty of life and beautiful things just in general. Perhaps it's art, perhaps you're creating art, it's appreciation of that, or perhaps your partner is doing that. And it's also about charm, using charm in whatever way is appropriate at this time, whether it's a work issue or to do with your health and diet, or perhaps you're helping others online with this. So it's about appreciation of the good things in life, but also bringing a charm into a situation, mediation and negotiation to bring about the best outcome. It can also be that you need to make a decision at this time, because the Libra card does bring that in as well. The goddess guidance we have is Freya. This is bold. Unleash your adventurous side, take risks, and be daring. So with this card, it could be that you're changing the work that you want to do. You're changing what it is that you're doing. You could be changing workplaces. There's lots of things that may be coming up for you, which are going to involve a risk of some kind. It could be that you're going into business partnership with somebody, and that's why you've got the partnership card. Or it could be that you're linking up with somebody in a project-based situation, and there is some risk, there is some boldness required from you at this time, and this is saying to you not to be afraid, to put yourself out there and go for it, and let that side go, let that come out, and allow her energy to boost you and lift you forward and give you that courage to go after whatever it is that you need to put into place at this time. The bottom of the goddess deck is Aphrodite, inner goddess. So awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. So what this is saying is take good care of yourself. Spend time on yourself, even if it's a salt bath or just eating really well or all of the above. Do everything you can. Really look after yourself. Sleep. Enjoy rest time. Enjoy calmness and time and peace. Time with your pets. Whatever it may be. Just spend some time focusing on yourself and your self-care. Really, really, really important at this time. For some of you, you may be gearing up for some kind of action that needs to be taken, and your self-care now is really, really important in order to put you on the very best platform in order to harness those, whatever it is that you're trying to do. So dance, self-care, whatever it is that does it for you, whatever is the very best that you can do for yourself at this time. The astrological guidance is Chiron Healing. This card is appropriate for a lot of people at this time, but what it talks about is it's about healing through some sort of painful circumstance. So now this may be a repeating circumstance or a repeating issue that keeps coming up. It may have only come up once before, or it may have come up multiple times in slightly different ways with different people, but it's a circumstance that repeats. Or it could be an old injury or an old wound. It's normally emotional, but it can be linked to a physical wound. But normally a physical wound, what you need to do is examine the circumstances that were going on at the time of the physical wound. That's really where the work needs to be done. So go back in time, have a look at that, and heal all the issues around that. With Chiron, it is very much about an emotional healing, and what it is, it asks you to examine, to fully accept the situation, have a good long hard at everything around it, accept it for what it is, and acknowledge that situation has a place in your life. It's brought some sort of purpose or some kind of lesson to you, and if you keep ignoring the lesson, or you keep pushing down the circumstance into your subconscious, it will just keep coming up again. So face it full on, bring it into the light, accept that it's had a place in your life, as painful as it may have been. Accept that it has had a place in your life, and just accept it, and then forgive the issues around there, and then let it go. So it's a wound where so there's a wound there, and you need to open it up instead of letting it fester. Open it up so that the light can get in, and you can get wisdom and understanding from that. But it's very much about healing, so that you can move on. This card is also about spending time in nature, gathering comfort from nature. It's also everything to do with natural remedies, natural therapies, and the wisdom around that. That's chiropractic, homeopathy, naturopathy, every kind of natural healing therapy and practice, natural remedies, everything to do with that is very, very appropriate at this time. So spend time on that, gain wisdom from that. And it could also be medicinal, obviously. So there could be some issue that you need to address quickly. It could be a little accident or some kind of mishap, and you need to seek advice. But it is also very much about self-healing through all of these remedies and facilities that are available to you. But it can also be about studying further in that for your own purposes, but also to help others. But nature is very much involved with this card. Spend time in nature, learn from nature, learn that what nature can do, and gather your information and your healing from that. Okay, Virgo, I hope you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe. And I hope you have a good month. Take care, and I will see you next time.